I read Nicholas Taleb's book called Anti-Fragile. And in there, he talks about kind of making mistakes as being a great source of information. And he actually specifically mentions the example of the Titanic, where, obviously an awful tragedy, but probably contained information at the time about how big a ship should be built, and then that feedback mechanism meant that probably saved a lot of lives as well. And so I think as investors, we tend to view mistakes as kind of something to be avoided. To the extent they do happen, it's kind of okay, so. And Taleb in Anti-Fragile argues actually mistakes are something you should actively look out for because they contain information, but obviously they shouldn't be mistakes that in any way cause long-term harm. And if I relate that back to your question on circle of competence, I think there's a sense that you should never ever go beyond your circle of competence. But I think you should always be testing the edges of it, and to the extent you do test the edges, you're inevitably going to every now and again go beyond the circle of competence. And provided that doesn't kill you, then I think that's a great thing to do. How on earth are you supposed to expand your circle of competence if you don't ever kind of push the edges a little bit?